The burying of the photographs took place in the Jewish cemetery in Lodz, and it was just before the liberation of the ghetto by the Russians, and they were buried in case Ross or any of the other people there were killed, because they had almost like a mission to keep the evidence for future generations. Ross and his wife Stefiana managed to survive those last very difficult weeks and then went to dig them up in the cemetery immediately afterwards. As I was constructing a more general archive, I started to look at Holocaust photography. The most interesting thing I ever found in that pursuit was the Ross archive, and I must say, as soon as I found it, I did have this real sense of responsibility to bring some of it out into a more public arena. I got from looking at the images this sense that there was some kind of passion for photography in this work, the ones which show the life of the police and the ones which have a kind of wider emotional range where you can see both, happiness, joy, rather than, constant terror that you see in reproduction of Holocaust images. Ross had worked as a sports photographer before the ghetto, and I think he managed to find a skill which helped him to survive. Ross, I think, died in 1991. Just before he died, he'd written captions to some of the images. I was very surprised when I first saw the photographs of people with it's a very loaded word, privilege, but of the privileged minority. And I still don't quite believe that the pictures can be taken at face value. I think some of them are affected and working as some kind of propaganda. And I must say, I kind of lived with those images for a long time and have puzzled over them quite hard and still really have no definite answers about how and why they came to be. And all I can hope from the project is that people who have other perceptions and insight can unlock some of the truth behind them.